is a Cosmic Octave original podcast.
Me and Jake running down the street with a handful of comic books, kicking ass and banging chicks and drinking booze
No, not
and
me.
smoking
Not
weed.
me. I'm married.
Yeah, well,
I'm married.
Jake.
Can't do that.
Yeah. Off panel, off topic with Jake and Tyler.
Welcome, everybody.
Okay.
Coming in hot.
Coming in hot.
Like
On a Sunday.
should have been dead on a Sunday morning.
On my head.
Yeah. See, a lot of people don't know this. This is a pro Creed podcast.
Totally.
I like.
If you
that.
don't like Creed, get out of here.
And we're. I also like the movie as well.
Me too. Both 1 and 2.
I have not seen the second one.
I haven't either.
It's good shit.
The first one where they have the whole choreographed fight scene at the end.
Oh yeah, when they blare the
Like it's all one camera or whatever.
Well, then
I'm sure they did some tricks to kind of put it together, but
Ryan
it
Coogler,
looks really
man,
good.
hell of a filmmaker, Ryan Coogler.
Hey, by the way, go fuck yourself, Bank, that decided to call the
Yeah.
cops on him.
yeah,
Pieces of
racist.
shit. Hey, you know,
Well, I don't know if they're racist.
Hey,
but
Helen.
they're definitely
Helen, yes,
ignorant.
Mr. President. Helen, how racist are we to the general public? I don't think we're very racist at all, Mr. President. Helen, can you call the cops on the next celebrity black person to come in our doors? Yeah, absolutely, Mr. President. We'll be doing that. Is that what you guys were doing?
Jesus.
It seems like it.
Why,
I mean,
why are we going here right out of the
oh,
gate?
well, no, I'm just saying that's fucked up. Dude.
Coming in hot. Well, I agree. I'm
It's
just
fucked up, but
saying,
like, I
coming
mean,
in hot.
really?
Yeah.
In
I don't
excess, man.
Well, we were talking about in
What a
excess.
great band.
Well, the conversation. I don't know how the conversation started, but I just started singing "New Sensation."
And then we
And
started
then
talking about how
that led to in excess.
what you need.
Come on, watching
Yeah,
it.
come and watch it.
Well, then I was talking about how
Suicide Blonde.
Need You Tonight is probably my favorite In Excess song because it's so fucking sexy.
See, What You Need has that driving bass line. Do 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 do.
I don't even know that was an In Excess song,
Oh yeah, dude.
but now it makes sense because it sounds like New Sensation.
That is a song to make love to.
Or is your penis what they need? Speaking of penises,
Wow. All right.
I watched the first couple episodes.
Oh yeah, we talked about
I
that.
actually watched a lot yesterday.
Good for you.
I watched Turning Red. I've been meaning to see that, so I finally watched
Mhm.
that. Which, by the way, the controversy behind that movie is so fucking unwarranted, and it's so stupid.
It's such an old white dude.
Well, not even that. There's that where the Cinema Blend writer who said, "Well, if you make this movie centered around an Asian family in Toronto, you're very limiting its scope."
Really?
And it's like it's almost like they're trying to make a movie about their growing up and trying to tell you their story.
So his alternate.
Because he even says
No,
it's
let's follow his
stop,
argument.
stop.
'Kay.
Because he even says that it seems like it was made for the writer and their friends, and I'm like, so what?
Probably.
Yeah.
Let's extrapolate that argument the other way.
Sure.
If he's saying that a Asian family in Toronto limits the scope of or the audience of a movie, then what he's trying to say is
Not enough whites.
only movies that feature white people get play at the movies.
Yeah. Or if it's an all black cast,
Which is also in itself a racist argument.
Yeah. Or if it's an all black cast, it has to be about slavery or civil rights or so, like they a lot of the times they have to, like, Hollywood limits any all black cast or all ethnic cast
Shit,
in any
yeah.
way
Only
to
recently.
something historical.
Yeah.
And then a lot of movies that do something that's doing it now, they'll get criticism that it's limiting. And it's like, no, it's just because you're so used to having all, like, still to this day, most leads in movies are white.
Yes.
So
Predominantly.
So yeah, that's
Calm the
that's
fuck
that's
down.
what always frustrates me is,
As long as Kirk Cameron's around, we'll always have white man led movies.
and there's been exceptions. There's been like all black sitcoms. There's been mostly like George Lopez's show is mostly Hispanic. You know, like, so they've done that before in like TV and stuff, but it seems like movies, it only can be done in like a historical fashion, or it's Black Panther.
Right. But here's the other thing too, and this is exactly why inclusion is so important, okay?
Yeah.
Because at not one point did we describe a sitcom or a movie as all white. We did talk about all black, all Latino, all Latinx, whatever. How is it Latino?
Just say Latino.
Okay.
Even people that are Latino don't even like the fucking Latinx thing.
Yeah, what is that anyway?
I don't know.
But did you notice that we didn't even say like an all white, because that is generally considered by a lot of people, and unfortunately still us, as the norm. You know what I mean? So an all black cast is different from the norm in that it's not all white people. And that in itself is fucked up. So I like seeing a black actress playing Catwoman. I like seeing a lot of people of color in the new adaptation of Dune, because historically in the book, the Fremen are...
Why wouldn't they be darker skinned? They live in
they're not
a desert.
white. They're not white in the book. So yeah. I'm cool with that. In fact, I love it. I'm overjoyed by it. I don't know why so many white people are so afraid of... I don't understand it.
It's like when you had to explain to white people that Jesus was in the Middle East.
Yeah.
So he would have been darker skinned.
Hey, I got a t-shirt for you. You ready? Hey, Jesus didn't die for your sins just so you could go commit more of them.
Well, there you go.
Damn, dude.
No,
fucking
but that is
drop.
one angle that this movie is facing, and I got to tell you, like, it's a good movie. I
looks
enjoyed
funny
it.
as shit.
It's a cute movie. Like, I think it's, and if you have a daughter, I think it's a great movie for that. And because the character, this is the other controversy. So the character is 13 in the story, and it's kind of obvious what this movie is going for. It's called Turning Red.
Yeah.
She's a red panda. She's 13. This is a movie about growing into adolescence.
Do we need to show you a junior high health textbook to get the point across?
But
have you figured it out?
But this movie is drawing criticisms because it's the first time Pixar's done something like this where they talk about adolescence, and like because the movie, when she turns into the panda, her mom thinks she's having her period. So there's a whole thing, and they bring up, she brings in like a box full of products or whatever, and she also embarrasses her later in the movie because she's like, I have your pads, and I could see how on some level a parent could be upset, but at the same time, this movie is about a teenage girl.
That's what I don't understand.
Who is 13.
How could you be upset if the movie is talking about...
Right, and it's done in a nice, and the whole movie... There's more to it. This is a movie about generational trauma. This is a movie about sense of worth. This is a movie about being yourself. This is a movie. There's so much more. It's a really fucking good movie, and I enjoyed the hell out of it. I recommend anybody see it. And I think that when you like break it down and just say like, well, I don't want it talking about periods or whatever, or in this movie, this Pixar movie, there's nothing wrong with providing kids a way into question things. And this should teach kids. I think the goal of this movie is to talk about like, hey, you may think you're turning into this, because it's really just a werewolf movie for girls. Like that's what it is, because it's the same metaphor. She is going into adolescence. She turns into this panda. And there's a whole, I don't want to spoil it for people that haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
There's a whole mythology to it, and there's a bunch of other stuff. And that's what I mean. This ties into Asian culture. This ties into what it means to a teenager being adolescent, and it's not just. It's such a good movie. It could work for boys and girls. Mm-hmm. Obviously, the period thing won't be the same for boys, but it still has the same message of growing into your own person.
Yeah, the only difference in puberty between boys and girls is that girls kind of have like an event that happens, and the first time it's kind of traumatic. Mm-hmm. Guys don't have that event. We have like, you know, some guys I knew when we were, you know, growing up and stuff, like you go away and there's some short scrawny kid, you come back from the summer and they're you know, Hulk Hogan. It took like 3 months.
Yeah, but that's what I mean.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
that's what I think this movie can work on levels, because
So
puberty is embarrassing. It's an awkward, embarrassing experience. And
dude, fucking constant boners, man. You'd think, that's awesome.
I think it's good that it is represented in this way. It's not a horror movie.
No,
it's not a werewolf thing. But what I'm saying with when it's men. My point is that only metaphor works in horror. You could make a family-friendly werewolf movie, sure, whatever.
Well,
but
Carrie is all
but
about.
what I'm kind of what I'm trying to get at is it's a modernized version of the werewolf tale of it, but it's done in a way that is positive. She changes into who she's going to be, and that's what this movie's really all about. And it's also a movie for parents to understand, and I can see why parents wouldn't like it. Of your kid is not you. Your kid is their own person, and you have to let them grow into who they are. It's going to suck. It's going to happen quick. And so, like, there's a lot to this movie, and I recommend anybody see it. And I think that the controversies that it gets is such bullshit because this isn't a controversial movie at all. It's a very fun, bubbly movie. Why are you breathing into the mic? Stop breathing into the mic. Yes. Yeah, it's very loud.
Sorry. I was just sitting here waiting for you to finish your
No,
point.
I thought you were just breathing as
What? No.
Yeah, but
I'm just sitting here
I'm just
in my
saying I could
mouth
hear it in the mic. I thought you were doing a bit. No, I recommend it. I like it a lot. And if you are offended by the period stuff, I get it on a level, but you also have to think about this.
Mm-hmm.
It makes it a little bit easier for you to explain it to your kid if you have to, you know? Or we should also think that kids are smart enough; they'll pick up on this shit. They'll understand it.
Any male over the age of 18 who still has a reaction of "ew, gross" at a period, grow the fuck up.
Well, I don't know about that.
Really?
Sometimes it's gross.
Yeah, but like, I mean, you're not gonna. Oh, forget it. Never mind. You know what? I'm trying to move the species forward. Jake's got an anchor back here in the fucking 20s.
No, I'm very understanding of. That's all I'm asking. Yeah.
That's all I think most women would be like, stop, don't make a big deal out of it.
It's really not. It's just a part of life.
Go through that every month and fucking please don't ever say, oh, is it that time of month again to me when I'm mad at you. Don't ever do that.
She has to say that. You don't say that. She can say that. You can't say that.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying, like, you want a trip to the doghouse. Go ahead and say this.
And it might not even be that.
I'm not sure why you're mad at me.
Don't assume that it is.
So is it that time?
See, you're digging a hole. We need to move on because you're digging us a fucking gigantic hole.
I'm not digging us a hole. I wouldn't say any of these things. More sounds like...
No, I never say that.
Sure.
I know. I'm being legit. I never say that.
I know.
Because I know that that's offensive.
It's extremely. Which is why guys like Ben Shapiro... use jokes.
So that's what I've been watching.
I
watched. I'm going to completely divert this and go from something that's nice and great and kid friendly and it's a positive. Now we're going to go to a thing that's completely dirty but funny, very funny. Minx. I was watching that on HBO Max. Definitely not for kids. It's a really funny show. It only has 2 episodes up right now. But I really dug it. I think it's funny because my wife and I had the same reaction. We both really like Jake Johnson, the actor. And so I was like, oh, it's Jake Johnson in a comedy. I'll watch that. And I'm glad I did. It's actually a pretty funny show. I think it's fictional, completely fictional thing. But like the main character, this is in the 70s, and she wants to, her live stream is to make this feminist magazine, The Matriarchy Awakens. And she's at this pitch thing for publishers, and then she runs into Jake Johnson's character, Doug Pernetti or something like that. And he gives her his business card, and she flips it around, and it's like he makes porno mags. She's like, mom. I think it didn't say mommy. It wasn't mommy milkers. Mommy's milk was what it was, or something like it was just like it just like the card was filled with all these different like porno mags that this guy publishes. So she pitches a bunch of it to I'm sure this is probably going to get hate online because it's a very feminist message, this show. But she's going around pitching to these guys, and one of the guys, they're not into it because we're like, well, it's the 70s, they're not going to say yes to this. They wouldn't even say yes to this magazine probably now. But she gets to one guy and he goes, why are they? She's like, because she does this whole speech about what the magazine's about. It's like women being heard and speaking for themselves, and all this stuff. And he's like, why are they so mad? What are they mad about? Is what one guy says, and I'm like, yeah. I do that a couple times in this show. But so then she eventually talks to Jake Johnson's character, and he's like, I think it's great because she drops her magazine when she leaves the building. And he picks it up, reads it, and he says, I think it's great, but it won't ever get published. It'll never work. He goes, but what I'm saying is you got to
Put some dick in it.
You got to coat the medicine. He's like, you got to put the peanut butter. When you feed a dog medicine, you got to put peanut butter on it, you know? He goes, and the peanut butter is dicks. Because he's like, I think it's the most feminist because women don't have porno mags to look at. We're going to give them dicks. And he goes, and then we can work in the feminist message.
Yeah, but see, the thing is like, I mean, women's bodies are beautiful. Dicks are weird looking. I don't know many women who would sit around going,
and I will tell you,
man, I'm just going to flip on the computer and look at a bunch of pictures of dicks.
I will say this, though. I will applaud this show where there's not very much female nudity, but there is a lot of dick. And I'm like, you know what? Not enough movies or shows have the balls to show this much dick. So good on you.
And we were talking off the air, and I was telling Jake how one of my favorite things about Righteous Gemstones, which is another one of our favorite shows on HBO Max, just finished its second season with a crazy fucking finale. But I was surprised. Like whenever there was a lot of dicks in that show, both in both seasons at weird different times. But here's the thing, it was important to the story, I guess.
I think whenever
at no point when I saw a dick in that show was I like, oh, that's just gratuitous.
Well, I think whenever you see
it's shocking.
Fun. Well, it is because we're so not used to seeing frontal male nudity. And so when we see a dick in a frame, and that's
my first reaction.
That's what this show drives home in these episodes because she's dealing with compromising her message and compromising what she wants to do. But then she realizes when they talk about Burt Reynolds and his spread and all that, she starts to realize that no matter how you do it, a dick, you put a dick on screen or you put a dick in a magazine, it gets a reaction. No matter what it is. People react to it.
I remember the first time I saw a dick in a Penthouse magazine.
So
like now,
and I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this right now. Every time I see a penis on screen, I guarantee I will laugh because I just think dicks look funny. You know,
they do look funny.
I'm just saying, as a man,
very strange.
Having a dick. You know, there's just times I get out of the shower and I look at this thing and I'm like, look at this fucking.
It's kind of dumb.
What is this?
It kind of looks dumb, really. Yeah. Kind of like, you know, and.
But this show is actually very body.
Having one.
I will say this.
Knowing how stupid it can make you think, it is kind of dumb.
This show is not oddly, but it is
hypnotizing?
Funny because it does take.
Because of all the dicks?
Well, it flips it on your head and it objectifies men.
It ejaculates men.
Jesus Christ. And it objectifies men, which is kind of the point of the whole show, is like, men can be objectified too.
Yeah.
And we can do, but I don't know. It's weird because the message is a little bit different because the way they approach it as a publisher is they want to, again, drive home that message. So they do objectify men, but at the same time, she planned a shoot where it's a bunch of women are dressed and they're catcalling a naked dude, and the dude in the shot goes, Jesus, women got to deal with this every day. Like, so it is an idea of like, okay, so this is what happens when you it's objectifying men to show that it's not good to objectify, but at the same time, you can admire someone's figure. You know what I mean? It's kind of a weird thing and a philosophical thing to talk about. I agree. I think, and this is again a straight man saying that generally, I think women are prettier and better looking than men, and their figure is better than men. But at the same time, I'm a straight man, so I don't know what a good hot piece of ass dude looks like.
No, what is it?
That's not true. That's not true.
The term is what? Thirst trap or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's not true.
I can recognize and be
Ryan
like, okay,
Reynolds is sexy. Like Hugh Jackman.
I'm not gonna go name names.
I'm just saying, like. There's some dudes you see them with their shirt off and you're like, all right.
You know those Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds posters in your bedroom really make sense now.
Hey, I'm comfortable.
You know what though?
You know what,
It's
Tyler?
cool that your wife is cool with it.
I
too.
am comfortable in my sexuality to say that's okay. That's a good looking dude.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing too is like I can recognize like
Beauty.
Yeah, I can recognize that. Okay, I'll bet you women think that's hot.
Right.
You know, and
I'm not gonna fuck him.
I love how we're explaining away. Like I can appreciate a man without being
it's okay
gay.
to say guys are hot.
I'm not gay.
No, I have a wife, guys.
Look, man. But really, that's kind of what we're doing.
But that's what I'm saying. It's
but
like I
it's-
don't give a shit.
I-
I'm not
I
gay.
don't. No, I don't,
but I
yeah.
know what a good dude looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
Look,
And
look, when Chris Hemsworth
But
took his shirt off in
that's-
Thor, I was kind of like, wow.
but that's what I'm driving at with this. Like there is
That's a nice body.
there is there are episodes of like again they're it seems like the idea is that they're objectifying men, right? But I think in a good way because this movie or this show is still body positive. They never mock the dicks. Whenever they joke about the penises, but they never make it a point to be like, "Oh, look at that tiny dick. Oh, look at that." You know, it's like, well, there's all kind because there's one
It
character.
sounds like a show for me then.
But it's because there's the main character. She's like all dicks look the same, which I think. But but then one of the models who's helping with this build this magazine, she's like, no, there's different kinds. There's small ones, there's big ones, there's fatties, there's flat ones, and I'm like, what? And so then we go through the dick montage, and again, what I'm saying is this show is still. It's not when it's objectifying men, it's doing it to make a point, and it's also body positive because they don't like make fun of the penises themselves. They don't.
According to a girl that I was with once, there's a lot of dudes out there with
The curved wieners?
the curved wieners. Yeah.
Well, anyway, what have you been watching? I just thought that was a good segue. Have you been watching anything? I've just realized this opening segment's been 20 minutes.
Oh my God.
It's fine.
Dicks and periods.
It's like it really was like the opposite spectrum because it's like this family-friendly movie about adolescence and coming of age, and then this fucking swearing, dirty show about
Dicks.
feminism and objectification and shit. So I've been all over the place.
I'm gonna go ahead and be the misogynist and say no, it's not about feminism. It's about dicks.
About
dicks.
I'm surprised. I'm sure the internet hates this show. By the way,
Probably.
because it's made by women and written by women and talks about feminism.
did
the
I
internet hates it.
Did I tell you I thought of a tagline for our show?
Or neckbeards hate it, I should say. Yeah.
Taking the toxicity out of fandom,
Yeah.
one incel at a time.
Yeah.
That's our tagline.
That's our motto.
You like it?
Yeah, I'm in.
Speaking of toxicity, I was at the store the other day looking for Saga number 55, which I still haven't found a copy of, so I'll probably have to just wait for the goddamn trade paperback to come out. But
Just buy it digitally.
nah.
I know you probably want it because you have all the other ones. Probably want it physically.
Yeah,
You know, they
yes
have
and
a-
no.
and you
I
know-
want to read it.
Yeah.
I don't want to read it.
You don't have like a
It's
tablet.
too bad we're not on video, so that only you knew what I meant.
Well, you don't have like a tablet or
No,
a laptop, so you would have to. I hate reading comics on my phone.
I'm sure. Yeah, I wouldn't want to. So, I'm on my laptop. Sure, I would. Which I'm close to, by the way.
Yeah.
Give me 5.
Just
Give me 5. Okay. So I was at the store and I couldn't find it, but I found. I'm sometimes really fascinated by Golden Age comics.
You should save that though. That's your long box.
Oh, okay.
We're not doing long box. I mean, like, is there any TV show or anything outside of what we?
Winning Time.
I haven't had a chance to watch that yet.
Dude, it is so fucking. Oh my God, John C. Reilly is killing it. The guy who plays Magic Johnson, like, you cannot look away from his smile. It is really. He's just.
Is it good?
Oh
like,
my-
I know.
it's so good.
This
So
is what
fucking
caused
good.
the falling out between Adam McKay and Will Ferrell.
I'll tell you right now, Will, you would have biffed it, dude. You would have biffed it
feel
hard.
like
He would have played it for laughs, and that's not what's working in this show. Riley's
is
got
it like a dramedy? Is
Riley's got dramatic chops, which are necessary in this, but he's also got comedic, which are also necessary.
because it looks like a
I think Farrell would have done like, do you remember his George W. Bush?
yeah.
Not at all. reminiscent of the actual president. But it was funny because of how off it was, right? He would have done the same thing with Jerry Buss, and it wouldn't have worked. So, sorry, Will. But yeah, Adam, you should have called him. No, what's great about this movie is, like, Jerry Buss, Jerry Buss, like John C. Reilly, he breaks the fourth wall a lot.
Okay.
And the opening sequence has this great song, and it shows all of these different things that are going on in the 80s, you know, good and bad.
Like, it's
like a montage of shit.
Did Adam McKay direct it?
He directed the first episode. He produced it.
Okay, so I was asking.
Jonah Hill directed the second episode.
Oh, nice.
Which starts off with a big old lot of fucking. Jerry West fucking some chick.
I was gonna say, when you said that, like, all this stuff like there's like a montage or song, or like,
well, that's just the opening sequence.
I know, but that was like, that right there tells me it's an Adam McKay thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, he doesn't
like
shy away from shit. Like, here's the thing: is these movies and TV shows, but these pieces of content that are coming out now that are dealing with the way things used to be with a much more open eye. The satire is there, but it's also truth. Like, in other words, you see, like, when all the white guys in the room are talking about the players to draft, how they're talking about one guy, Larry Bird, because he's white, and what phrases they use to describe him. And then Magic Johnson is the black guy, and which phrases they use to describe him. Mm. And it's like, nobody says, hey, he's the white guy and the people will like him more. Hey, he's the black guy and people will be scared of him. But it's said in other ways. You know what I mean? Like, he's you know, whatever. He's a wild card. He's a character, whatever. You know, it just the way it deals with how racism was in that time.
Still exists, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's very prescient today.
And we're still
it's
getting better.
That kind of passive racism that everybody just kind of put up with back then.
Well, it's like when you have, like, Tom Brady throws a fit, and it's like, oh, he's passionate, but like if Lamar Jackson does it, he's a crybaby.
Or he's a thug.
Or fuck, even Baker Mayfield at that point. But yeah.
But so far it's just really great, and the thing I really like about it is the characters are all played by very capable actors. What's his name as Red Auerbach? Fuck, the guy in The Commish. He was the Thing. Michael Chiklis is Red Auerbach, and he fucking kills it, dude. It's awesome. Also, what's his name is going to be Pat Riley coming up. But you'll be watching a scene, and they'll cut to different angles, and like one angle is like from like an old like 20 millimeter film camera. Yeah. You know, with the little things on the side, right?
Yeah, the film.
Yeah. And then the next angle in the same scene will look like it was recorded on like a 1980s VHS. And then the next angle will look like it was recorded with like soap opera like cameras.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome. It's so, as a student of audio visual like stuff.
See him, change styles.
Oh my god, my nerd inside is just jerking off the whole time.
Jesus.
Like, sorry.
It's a sexy show, I guess.
No, it's.
I know.
I'm saying.
I'm joking. Chill out.
You're not helping me with the audience here. You know, you just make me seem like just oversexed pervert.
You are. Yeah, whore.
Anyway, but yeah, the inner nerd is just like, oh well, yeah, I'll
give it to me.
Oh my god, do another angle. So yeah, that's part of it too. I really like that, but it's so fucking good, man. Just every there's not a moment that I've been watching this show where I'm like, oh, this is boring. So go check it out. I think the third episode is out tonight. But yeah, it's a weekly.
It'll be out by the time
it's a weekly. Yeah.
All right, so now we're gonna do the segments that we were gonna start the show with. But,
no, I don't want to do it.
But we're gonna do that. So yeah, we just we talked about it. We talked about Ben Shapiro in our The Batman review, and we just posted that on our YouTube, and so we were talking about how politics got worked in by them, like they didn't exist. But then I found this clip from 10 years ago The last time we had a Batman movie, a solo Batman movie. And I told Tyler, I'm not going to tell you who this is. I'm going to surprise you with this clip.
Mm-hmm.
It's incredibly stupid. It's a really bad clip.
So this is talking about which Nolan movie then?
The Dark Knight Rises.
Okay. Which was the third one?
Yes.
Okay.
And this character's from our past. You're going to be really pissed. You're going to know it as soon as you hear it. But do not freak out and let him finish what he's saying.
Promise.
Because
I listened to that Ben Shapiro. That was embarrassing.
So just no, get mad.
No. I didn't
anyway,
mean-
without further ado,
yeah.
here's the mystery clip
from
10 years ago to show you that this culture war bullshit
is always happening.
Always happening.
Always going to.
Always about whatever's happening in the now, right now.
Have you heard this new movie, the Batman movie? What is the Dark Knight Lights Up or something? Whatever the name of it is. Do you know the name of the villain in this movie? Bane. The villain in The Dark Knight Rises is named Bane. B-A-N-E. What is the name of the venture capital firm that Romney ran and around which there's now this make-believe controversy? Bane. The movie has been in the works for a long time. The release date's been known, summer 2012, for a long time. Do you think that it is accidental that the name of the really vicious, fire-breathing, four-eyed, whatever it is, villain in this movie is named Bane?
Okay, for starters,
Four-eyed, fire-breathing. He clearly didn't see the movie. And second
Dark
of all,
Knight Lights Up.
Bane has been a character in the movie since like the 90s.
No, hold on, Tyler. Bane has existed as a character since '93.
Yeah.
So clearly,
Everything
he didn't know
you
what he
said
was talking
was
about.
wrong. Literally.
And secondly,
Four-eyed,
honestly,
fire-breathing.
might even be third. Yeah, one. Yeah, that character never exists. So that shows you. And this was before the movie came out. But even then,
I couldn't get mad because A, he's dead, and B, he's a moron.
no, get mad. Rest in piss. Fuck him.
Rest in piss.
He shat on dead
Oh,
people
yeah, no.
all the time.
No,
so
no,
fuck.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying, like, I'm glad that he's dead.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
kinda,
No, man. It's
That was
okay.
awful.
The world's a better place without him.
it is.
So,
So fuck you. Yeah. Let's go. Let's just move past. Okay.
So no, but the other thing to break down.
Whole.
Look, I wasn't like politically conscious in that time because this is gonna make you feel old, Tyler, and I apologize. I was still in high school at the time.
Oh my god.
I graduated in 2012,
Oh
so.
my god.
But I didn't know anything about Bane, which was also spelled differently. It was B-A-I-N.
Mm-hmm.
The venture capital thing that he was involved in. I didn't know any of that about Romney. But then again, I wasn't.
I don't even remember that.
Politically conscious or whatever.
Yeah, they were making
But
something up.
I
to,
also, unlike Rush Limbaugh, I actually read the comics. I actually read the character Batman. I knew it because again, I actually like Batman, so I actually know his rogues gallery. So at no point was I like, yeah, fuck Romney.
Yeah.
If anything, Bane is the opposite of Romney in that movie. Yes, he's a terrorist, but he's all about taking money from rich people.
Yeah. So, like, honestly, I mean, look, let me just say this. Let me say this to the living Mitt Romney and the dead Rush Limbaugh. If the reason why you lost the race in 2012 is because of The Dark Knight Rises, you weren't going to win anyway. Let's be clear about that, right? Don't you think? Like, let's say Rush and Mitt are right. That The Dark Knight Rises was created and Bane was created just to fuck the Republican presidential candidate that year.
That's the
That's the
flimsiest-
whole point of the fucking movie.
Yeah.
Just to fuck.
And that's also assuming that the average voter knows about
Right?
the Bane shit.
I don't even remember this shit.
Yeah.
It's because I was already going to vote for Obama. There's no fucking way
Yeah.
I'll ever vote Republican. Are you moron? Why would I vote? Hey, you're
You're eliminating half our fans.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, we don't have fans.
Yeah, we don't
Nobody
have-
listens to the show.
So 3 of our 6 listeners.
Yeah,
are
right there, buddy. They're gone.
No, listen. That's just my personal opinion. I wouldn't vote Republican because I
Neither would
like
I.
people. I like people.
Yeah, Republicans don't.
I like people who are poor. I don't like rich
Anyway,
people.
enough of this politics. Let's eat
God
some,
damn it.
Let's put something in our mouth.
Uh-oh.
What's in my mouth? Coming.
Yeah.
We're doing
I gotta get the cups. Hang on. So it's time for our. Are we recording?
Yeah.
It's time.
Are we recording?
Time
as a segment?
for our favorite segment.
I already did it.
Oh.
No, go ahead.
What's in my mouth? Or what's in your mouth? What's in your mouth? What's in your mouth? What's in your mouth?
That's what's in my mouth.
What's in my mouth? You got to cut that out.
Why?
Make that the thing. No,
Oh, that's the song? Yeah.
yeah. The little echo is perfect.
No,
Mouth. Okay, so we have
Reese's.
So apparently there's a
Stuffed.
whack job running Reese's right now, and he's like, paper clips, fucking little pebbles,
What's edible in here?
fucking
Tide Pods.
graham cracker crumbs.
Ooh, that actually
he's
sounds
literally
good.
just
I like
shouting.
That last one.
I had Menchie's the other day, which is like the frozen yogurt, and I
Yeah,
put
little granola?
graham cracker crumbs.
Oh, well, you
in-
probably put granola on there.
Oh,
instead.
I don't know why, but I really wanted frozen yogurt that day. The day was really nice. Anyway, but he's crazy, and he's just shouting shit out, and somebody is listening to him and going,
Staples, paper.
all right, the next one, we're going to have paper
So they've
clips.
stuffed them with Reese's. They've stuffed them with pretzels. Now they've stuffed them with.
Fucking potato chips, dude. And it's a big cup,
It's a big cup.
which means it's one of the thicker ones,
Yeah,
so they can
let's
stuff
try
more
this.
shit in it.
Really?
Well, you see the chips on the side. If you look at the bite.
I'm really blown away by it.
It just kind of tastes like a crunchy Reese's peanut butter cup.
Pretty much. Well, there's a little salt.
Eh.
I give it a good.
I give it a. We got to come up with a rating.
Well, you said the
system.
rating system was go for it or stay the fuck away, and I feel like this is go for it. I don't think it's bad.
Yeah, go for it.
Not like that fucking Fruit Loops.
But no,
milk.
I'll just tell you this. If you're looking at that Fruit Loop milk, God. If you're looking at a wall of Reese's products, and you're like, man, I really want a Reese's product, and the one with the chips inside is the most expensive one, you don't need to pay for it. Get a different one. That's what I'm saying.
Godspeed, Spider-Man.
You know what I mean? Does that make sense? It makes. I'm saying it's not.
You know what's gonna
it's
do?
not
you
the
know what-
worst.
you know what's gonna do to you though?
I'll eat your ass.
Nice. You just see you liked it. You give it the like sound.
That's your rating system. Tyler went.
Or all right, we're gonna get into the news now. All right, Tyler, news time. Give me the news.
I'm mad as hell and I won't take it anymore.
Pizza time.
All right. So, looks like DC and Warner Brothers is all. Sorry if I smacked my lips into the mic there. Is all in on expanding the Matt Reeves Batman universe, which I don't even really consider a universe, but Matt Reeves' interpretation of Batman continues to get expanded on because we know there's a Penguin HBO Max show. There's an Arkham Asylum. There was supposed to be the Gotham PD, but then it morphed into Arkham Asylum.
Yeah, this feels like a lot of the shit that they were doing around the Justice League, and I caution DC and Warner Brothers like really bad. Like stop. Why don't you just accept that you have 3 great directors in your stable and let them play the way they want? Why do you have to make it a universe?
Yeah.
That's
well, I
studios
just-
for you though.
Well, I think it's also most of this is a need to like it's hard to say. I think because of the way we consume content, there is that need of like I really
Shared
like
universes.
well, yeah,
whatever.
and I really like this world and I want to stay in it, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a Batman movie.
What was the one thing I read in reviews and that you yourself said? was after you watched it, you wanted to stay another 3 hours in that world.
Yeah, I love that world. So, and I think that because of the nature of HBO Max and Disney Plus, I think that we're just kind of in the era of, okay, well let's stay in that world and let's kind of
That's
do that.
cool, but DC don't say you're going to develop
don't
something
overkill,
and
yeah.
then like 18 shows and then we never see one.
Yeah,
still waiting on the Green Lantern,
well,
still waiting on the Sisterhood
Flash.
from the Dune movie.
The Flash was announced in 2014.
Oh my god, right?
2014.
Just don't
Yeah.
stop announcing shit
So with that
so
being,
early.
With that being said, WB and DC is still very much all steams, all full steam ahead, all
Full
steams
steam
ahead.
all systems go.
All steams ahead. Yeah,
No,
that's a
you're-
phrase. That's a normal phrase. What? Anyway, so
What?
Paul Dano is actually writing a prequel comic book called Riddler Year One.
Oh.
What interests me about that is the fact that we're getting because we don't have a lot of like solid Riddler stories.
No.
I have a little bit of caution with it because I do like it when villains have a little bit more of a vague backstory and just like an ideology.
Yeah.
That's
That's kind of what makes the Joker the greatest villain ever.
His
is
origin
'cause-
always changes.
Yes.
Yeah.
It can change to suit the need,
yeah.
and that's awesome.
and I'm glad that and that's what.
And he's nuts enough that you could believe that he's lied about every other time
So
before.
it does have some pause, but I like that we're going to get a Riddler story because we don't really have a lot of Riddler's Batman stories. And because we talked about this in the review of the Batman, it's just because he's a hard character to write, because you have to
be smart.
You had to think of good riddles, you had to think of good traps and good schemes and things like that. But I wonder how they're going to develop it and how that will play into the sequels and maybe the show and all that. But I just found it interesting that man, and I understand why they're doing this because this movie just is over $500 million.
Yeah, it's
gonna
making money hand over
yeah.
fist. So I get it. Yeah, but still, just whoever the exec at Warner Brothers who is constantly speaking up in meetings and going, "Well, what about the MCU? Why can't we do that? Why can't we do that? Why can't we do that?" Somebody smack him.
You don't have to.
Smack him. Because he doesn't know what he's talking about. He just sees dollar signs.
It's funny that you say the MCU.
He doesn't have a creative. Yeah.
Because I think the MCU is going in an interesting direction. Because we just saw they just released one more trailer for Moon Knight, which is playing up the idea that, okay, we're going to which I'm glad they did because I feel like most people that probably were just watching it because it's another Marvel property, which I don't know. Are those the only people that watch Marvel anymore?
I don't know. I
feel like Marvel has made them more.
It's hard for me to gauge regular people,
right? Because we've been reading comics for so long that we're like.
But at this point, aren't regular people so indoctrinated by all the shit that they're also
they could figure it out.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's so much content out there that they couldn't help. It's like you meet somebody who's never seen Star Wars. You're like, bullshit.
No way.
Yeah, right.
You have to.
No way.
No way.
No way you've never seen.
But anyway,
Iron Man
I
or the
do.
Avengers.
But yeah, we're seeing more of him. We're gonna see. We saw the poster of Mr. Knight, so we're getting him. We're getting Moon Knight.
Stephen Grant, I believe, is one of the characters.
Yeah, and we're seeing that. Yeah, they're doing the multiple personalities and doing it that way, and so. And by the looks of it, when he flies, that Super Bowl spot where he jumps up and his cape makes the fucking moon, I was like, that's so cheesy, but damn it, that's cool as hell. Just because if you would have
lean into it,
well,
MCU.
even after the first Avengers, let's even go back to 10 years ago. First Avengers movie comes out. Even then, if you said, Jake, in 10 years, there's going to be a Moon Knight TV show, I'd be like, one, who the fuck is Moon Knight? Secondly, why? But now I'm like, oh, fuck yeah. Because this is a character that's begging to be made into a show because of just how complex it is and all the stories you can tell. And I'm very excited for it. And to me, I think they're going to keep the character. And I think this is going to be a much more violent movie or violent TV show than we expected. Because you have those Netflix shows coming over and they're not edited. There's a new code. There's I haven't looked at it myself, but I know that there's when you boot it up, it's like, hey, there's mature content. If you want to see mature content, put in this.
Oh,
code.
I haven't been to Disney Plus in a long time.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, it literally is you turn it on. It's like, hey, do you want to watch mature content? If you do, put in this code.
Well, where do you get the code?
I don't know. I think it's. I honestly, I think you set it up yourself. I think you go into your parental settings, you set up the code.
If I'm not mistaken, most of these when you set up, they know your age.
Yeah,
so,
but I'm saying,
I'm saying I might not have to deal with that because they know that my age is like 40 something. You know what I mean?
But yeah, it's the same thing with like, I don't know if it's a code, but there are different ways. Like
tell me how to
Netflix
set
and
one up,
Hulu
yeah.
and all these other ones, they have different things just for kids.
Hmm.
So it's a similar system. And so yeah, like my Netflix knows my age, so it knows I'm 28. You know, so
Mhm.
I had to stop for a second. After you turn 21, I don't think you count anymore. You're just like, whatever.
The best birthday joke, whole thing, segment type, whatever you want to call it, is Patton Oswalt's from I can't remember the name of the album, but he's got this whole bit about like, nope, you only get birthdays, and then if you make it to 100, you can legally commit murder. And like, honestly, if you were standing inside and you heard somebody going, help, this 100-year-old man is beating the shit out of me, you'd be like, good, fuck that guy. Like, you know, like you can't use a weapon, but if you can beat somebody to death, or if you can kill somebody with your bare hands and you're 100, you can get away with it.
Anyway,
Great bit.
So with the maturity looking like it's gonna, like with the mature violence and stuff like that, looking like it's gonna be in Moon Knight, Daredevil's made its way over to Disney Plus at this point.
Mm-hmm. Deborah Ann Woll has said publicly that she is definitely up for playing Karen Page again.
Well, everybody wants to come back. Yeah, I mean Vincent D'Onofrio's been in it. Yeah, no, yeah, she said it. Vincent D'Onofrio, Charlie Cox, everybody that was involved wants to do it.
I would like to see a Daredevil Moon Knight crossover. I think that would be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My thought is, and then people also want to see if Jessica Jones would come back.
I don't care.
She would be.
The first season was great because of the way it deals with trauma and everything, you know, and PTSD and all that stuff. It's great, right?
Yeah.
But there's something about Kristen Ritter. I don't.
I really liked the first season of Jessica Jones. And
but
then after
I don't
that,
need to see any more.
Yeah.
And I definitely do not need an Iron Fist.
Fuck that. No, yeah. Keep him.
Definitely, if it's not.
I would love to see Luke Cage, the dude who played Luke Cage.
Luke Cage, sure.
Honestly,
if you are going to do
Tyler,
yeah.
what I would want to see
Yeah.
is I would love to see Jessica Jones and Luke Cage actually have their relationship play out.
Yeah.
And
that was pretty funny
'Cause
when they
wasn't
broke
there-
the bed because they're both like super strong.
wasn't
when
there
they
an
were
arc
fucking.
in the comics that he does?
I
Like
don't
they're a couple.
They have a baby in the comics.
That's what I'm saying. Doesn't
Yeah.
he knock her up at some point? And then,
Oh, they're married.
Yeah, they're married.
The new Avengers storyline, I think, was Bendis,
But see,
and Luke Cage is the leader of the Avengers. That's when they had Spider-Man and Wolverine. And
but see, this is where I want to get at. Is it going to be a because there's these rumors going around that they're bringing back Daredevil, right? So my thought is,
for like a season 4.
yeah, but they're saying a reboot, and I'm saying reboot. Do you mean like a soft reboot in a sense of like we're going to keep Charlie, we're going to keep this cast, but we're going to make it fit into the MCU, even though it was already in the MCU in the first place.
By the way, I'm still pissed that you guys offed the whoever. I can't remember his name now. It started with a W. No, it started with a W. The first season of Daredevil.
Oh.
Yeah. It was Kingpin's like right hand man.
Yeah, that was a great scene though.
No, but that character and that actor like really brought a lot to that first season. Like he was sinister.
Yeah, well,
and then they killed him off, and it was like, ah.
No, but that was a great scene.
So
it was great. It was a character moment for fucking.
I don't care.
God, what was
Karen
her name?
Page.
Karen. That's it. Yeah.
We just talked about it.
Oh, but that's
We
the
just
thing
talked
too.
about
That's
it.
the thing too. But I don't know, because you could do a PG-13 Daredevil. You
I
could,
guess.
but it wouldn't be as good as the show like it was originally. If they my question is really, are they going? I think they're going to pick and choose, but I could see them trying to do like a Defenders thing again. But I don't think they're going to bring back Iron Fist, or if they do, they're going to recast
And give him the goddamn mask and the chest tattoo right away. Just do it.
I didn't even bother watching that show.
I tried to. I think I watched the first 2 episodes, and then by the third one I was just like, I just don't care. There's nothing that I care about. I don't even think by the third episode they'd even shown his Iron Fist. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck are you showing me here? This family drama bullshit? I don't give a shit.
Yeah, man, I was really disappointed with the Defender show.
The only great thing about the Iron Fist show was, what's her name? Jessica Henwick. Rawr. As Colleen Wing.
Just because it just seemed
No, she's a great actress.
disappointing.
And
Well, the problem with it
proved it in Matrix Resurrections.
We'll see what can happen in this, but I think they're going to pick and choose. I think they are for sure going to bring back Daredevil, and do that. But I don't think that Luke Cage and Jessica Jones or Iron Fist are coming back unless they do something where it is like the team ups, like Luke Cage and Iron Fist are doing their Heroes for Hire shit. Or if they do something where it's an angle where Jessica Jones is in
dude,
She-Hulk, because
give me a Power Man and Iron Fist fucking show, dude. Yes.
I would
Give
I would
me
watch
a
Heroes for Hire.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I'd watch that.
Fuck yeah.
With a different actor for Iron Fist.
Yeah, but give me Mike Coulter.
Mike Coulter's great. I loved him as
Awesome.
Luke Cage.
So good.
Bring him back, yeah.
So good.
I will say I watched the half of one season. Daredevil's the only one that I watched all the way through. I watched a half of a season of Luke Cage, and then they killed off Mahershala Ali's character, and I'm like, fuck
it
this
kinda
show.
goes downhill from there.
Yep, I was out of it after that.
Yeah.
And I love Jessica Jones' first season.
Yeah, great.
And then the second season, I just didn't care.
Well, once they introduced a character named the Wizard.
Well, it's because Kilgrave was so fucking good. I was like, how do you top that?
Well, they introduced her mom.
Yeah.
And it was this whole thing, and it just became so convoluted. And they were building towards like a thing with Roxxon, which was cool because that's an evil corporation.
That's
in the comics.
Amazon of Marvel.
Yeah, pretty much. But or the Exxon, whatever.
I think it's a combination of both. To be
when
honest.
it was started, it was the Exxon.
Yeah, but
back
now
in
it's
the
kind of
70s.
but now it's kind of morphed into an
Amazon is a far better.
When they showed the fucking
Far better-
Roxxon store
Yeah.
in Loki, I was like, that's amazing.
That's a far better comparison for Roxxon.
Yeah,
is
'cause
the
there's this, like,
MCU's
shady-
Amazon, yeah. But that was kind of building towards that, and then they just never went anywhere. I watched one episode of The Punisher,
Yeah,
but to me, the
I never
Punisher has never been a sustainable character.
he was great in season 2 of Daredevil.
Sure, but in the comics or anything, like he's so popular. Why? At some point, if he does what he's supposed to do, everybody's dead. Seriously. Why are you...
I haven't read it, but they changed his. They did a big character change on him.
to his logo?
Well, no, but there's a whole origin change.
Like what?
I don't know. I haven't read it, but I know there's a big change to his
What the
character.
fuck? Why are you bringing it up then?
I'm just saying. But yeah, Daredevil wouldn't. You'd have to make Daredevil rated or Punisher rated R for sure. You can't sugarcoat that character.
And that's why it's like, why make a show?
Yeah, in my case, then just put that on Hulu or something, or make
Or
a,
just
or make
don't
a movie.
make a show.
Or I'm with you. Or make a movie.
Or just, I don't need any more Punisher content. How about that?
I don't really care about Punisher as a
Really
character
don't.
either, but
It's just not a sustainable character.
I think no, but I think it's that one, and two. I think it's also all those fucking militia assholes that like took that logo and ruined it, so they had to make a new logo.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
So I'm interested in what they do. I really don't want a reboot. I want a continuation. I want them to go to a season 4. I think that the cast was solid.
I'm gonna have to watch season 3 again.
Season 3
I don't think I don't even think I started on season 3.
Holy shit, dude. Season 1 and season 3, and I would have liked season 2 if they would have just kept it as Punisher and then put Elektra in season 3 and like make Elektra or I don't know. I feel like there was so much put into Punisher in that second season. I was like, why not just finish out his arc and then do her arc in another season?
Yeah.
And I think there was also that time where Netflix had to have 13 episodes versus 8 or 10 or however many.
Disney Plus has been doing whatever the fuck they want because they own it.
But that's what anyway,
But yeah, the Netflix contract was for a specific number
but like
of episodes.
season 1
yeah.
and season 3 of Daredevil are the best, for my money. I think are probably the best like superhero TV shows.
Huh.
Like how like that fucking. Oh well, season 2 is great too. I'm not. But I'm saying like
the whole part in the prison
way
with Punisher is pretty badass.
the way that they do Bullseye in
So
Daredevil.
don't spoil it for me because I didn't see any.
Well,
of
I'm
season
just
3.
telling
I
you
know
this.
he's in it.
Like I love how they build him up because they do. Oh man, I totally forgot. I totally forgot about that. That's such a fucking mind fuck episode. So there's an episode where they
Don't ruin
I'm
it.
not gonna tell you anything. Just fucking listen.
No. Okay.
So you bitch.
no.
So similar to like when we had Kingpin's origin story in the first season.
Yeah.
Where it's kind of like weird and out of place in a way. This the way that they tell Bullseye's origin is so clever and crazy and weird. It's adds so much more to his character because this version of Bullseye is like the comics. He's a fucking psychopath.
Yeah.
Like, he is sadistic in season 3.
Yeah.
And they have a fight in season 3 is brutal. And it really plays up the idea that anything Bullseye can find, he can turn into a weapon.
Absolutely.
And it's fucking wild. It's
so
amazing.
one of the reasons why I loved Captain America comics in the late '80s, early. I've always loved them, but it was still Mark Gruenwald was writing it, but Ron Lim was drawing it, and there was I really liked Bullseye as a character, but I'd never really read stories with him, and he escapes from prison in a Captain America book, and then goes after Captain America, and it's pretty fucking crazy because again he's got unerring aim and he can use anything as a weapon. But the best part is, so they show him he's naked, he's in a cell, the mattress is cemented into the floor, okay, so he can't get at it, and there's like nothing else in there because they know how he can use anything as a weapon, right? So they show him just sitting meditating, and he just stands up at one point and goes and smashes his face into the wall.
Jeez.
And like just blam, like all blood and shit. The guards run in and they're checking him, and when they move him over, he smashed his face into the wall to break one of his teeth off so he could use it to spit it in through the head of the fucking guard and escape. Right away, I'm like, this guy's awesome. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Like, that kind of...
I'm not going to spoil it, but there's one point where he's fighting and he bounces scissors off a desk and stabs someone with it. Like, it bounces off and hits him.
Shut up!
I'm not giving you any context. I'm
Hate
just
you.
saying, like,
Hate you.
it's wild.
No, but I really liked
So I don't know
that
how.
kind of character, yeah.
and so when I'm saying, like, when I say that, I mean, like, I was fucking pissed at the end of season 3 because there's a giant cliffhanger, and you're like, because they didn't know they were going to be canceled, so
Right.
they're like, there's a lot more story in there, and you could tie Matt into She-Hulk. You could even tie Jessica into She-Hulk. Why wouldn't
In fact, I'd be surprised.
Why wouldn't a private investigator know a lawyer?
Yeah, I'd be surprised if Matt Murdock doesn't show up.
But the problem is they're always in opposition, right? Because he's a defense lawyer, she's an
it
attorney.
depends, because he was a prosecutor in L.A.
A prosecutor, I mean.
Well, no, he's usually a defense attorney, but he was a prosecutor in L.A. for a while. No, he was the district attorney in L.A. in the comics for a while, and he's prosecuting Steve Rogers. I told you about this book, and she goes out to defend him.
It was about, we talked about this.
One of the best fucking legal, one of the best like comic books I've ever read. It's so good. The art, it's like a 4-issue.
Also, I
art.
love that She-Hulk, her look got spoiled by a Tumblr on Amazon.
Yeah.
Like a fucking Tumblr.
Well, I mean, it looks about how I imagined it.
Well, my response is like, okay, she's green.
Yeah, it's about.
Because I know the She-Hulk isn't as big as Hulk, so it's like, okay, she's
Well, no,
green.
I mean, you take Tatiana Maslany and you imagine
have her workouts a little bit.
you
and then
imagine
you
her
make her green.
CGI'd into a green.
I'm wondering how they're gonna do that. Of like, and we'll kind of just segue to that because will we? The question is, do we think that Matt Murdock will show up in She-Hulk? Because
I
he
hope
already
so.
showed up in Spider-Man.
See, I hope so. That's why. That's the only reason why.
That's
I
why think
so.
he'll be in it. Yeah. That's
Why?
the only,
I mean, if you've already
why would
opened
you have
the door,
that cameo for no reason, right?
Right? You fucks.
So yeah, I think that's them saying like we have Daredevil and we're gonna use him in some way. And Charlie Cox has been very open about like, oh, I'd love to play the. I think that's him again being coy, being like, yeah, I'd love to do it if they do something. And I think this whole reboot rumor is also from Disney internally to just throw this feeler out there to be like, would people want to watch this? So I think if you're like me and you love Daredevil, you're excited because you know that he's still gonna get like. And Charlie Cox is fucking great as Matt Murdock. So to see him get to play that character again is exciting for me. And I really hope he's in the show. I'm not going to be disappointed. I'm going to make that clear. It's not going to be like those people with WandaVision. I'm not going to be disappointed if he's not in it. But
No, me neither.
But I will say I think it's a
wasted opportunity.
Yeah, I think it's a missed opportunity if they don't do that. But I'm not going to hate the show.
No, and I never hated WandaVision.
The question is, though,
I thought it was just so funny.
But here's my question.
What?
It's going to be more humorous. Do you think that Matt Murdock is going to work as a comedic character? Because they made him so serious in the show.
He's had his moments in the comics. Yeah, he works.
I want to see.
He's actually
I want to see Charlie Cox.
He's actually a great straight.
Whoa, that came out of nowhere, huh?
I was gonna.
I'm just saying.
Which is really funny because I was about to say he's great in the comics as a straight man, and what I meant is comedy wise. But you were like, I want to see a fuck. Like, no,
I want because Matt Murdock is fucks a lot in the books. I'm just saying. So
yeah, Matt Murdock's a player.
Yeah.
Daredevil's a player,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah, the chicks dig him.
So I want to see him get laid. He deserves it.
Jesus. No, but
Not Charlie Cox, Matt Murdock.
Oh,
I
that's
think Charlie
different.
Cox is married. I'm pretty sure.
Such a dork.
Anyway.
Yeah, but it'll be fun to see, and you know, I'm yeah. I just think now that it's been like two or 3 years since they started putting content out, like TV shows and whatnot. Let's look back and remember how positive we were that every single show that came out last year was gonna like be like some sort of huge reveal, and like none of them were.
Loki was the only one.
Yeah.
That actually like
delivered.
Well, yeah,
and not even really what
we knew
what
Sam.
we thought.
We knew Sam was going to be Captain America by the end of that.
Right.
Yeah, it's a good show. They're not bad shows.
No, they're not. They're great shows.
Yeah, and so I'm wondering what they can do with Moon Knight and hopefully Daredevil. And I would love to see.
People are pissed off about Miss Marvel. Big surprise. Why did they change it?
I don't know. Because now it just makes her seem like a Green Lantern ripoff. Yeah, and you know what? That's the only thing. But honestly, I really like that trailer. I think it's going to be a fun show.
Every time I'm like, oh, I'm kind of worried about this Marvel. I'm
worried
wrong.
about She-Hulk. Why haven't we fucking seen anything about She-Hulk?
I don't know. That's a good one.
Well, I think because this is before. It's Miss Marvel, then She-Hulk, right? So
Probably.
we'll probably see something in the next month or so about She-Hulk because it'll probably be in August.
Sure.
Yeah, because this is coming out in June. But I'm excited. It looks fun. I was talking with a friend. He has a daughter, and I'm like, it's probably even more exciting for you because she likes
Balls.
Well, she likes superheroes, and it's cool that we're seeing more female superheroes get represented.
Yeah.
And I'm actually interested to see how they're going to do the Marvels because it's going to be Daniel Rambo, it's going to be Carol Danvers, and it's going to be Kamala Khan.
Monica Rambeau.
What did I say?
Daniel.
Because Daniel's the actress's name, I'm pretty sure.
Mm.
Anyway, but so I'm wondering how they're gonna, because I'm assuming that Miss Marvel is going to then tie it in to that somehow. But who knows? Like you said last year, we thought all those shows were gonna do something different.
But I mean, look, here's the thing. At a certain point, there was a tipping point in the MCU, and it was between it looks like every movie's going to have like an end credit scene.
Yeah.
And the tipping point was when we went from that to expecting a mid-credit
and now there's
scene
two.
and
Yeah.
expecting a big reveal.
Yeah.
And now it's kind of like, it's actually really interesting that we forget that most of those Phase 1 movies weren't like huge reveals. They were just furthering. I mean, yeah, Thor's hammer, yeah, Thanos at the end of,
Yeah.
Avengers, okay, right, sure. But a lot of that stuff was just little tiny things building up to something way far away. So, yeah, they didn't do the big reveal like we were all hoping for, but they did progress the story towards another goal off in the future.
I think that's what Eternals did.
Yeah,
I think Eternals
for sure.
Because Blade is still a ways off.
Dude, right, but here's the thing.
So is Black Knight.
I mean, we might see the Eternals, like Star Fox in the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, which I think is next year.
Yeah.
But, I mean...
They're still filming right now.
Other than that, when are the next time we're going to see the Eternals? You know what I mean? So that
Kevin Feige was like, we're not doing a sequel.
That storyline alone, where they're taken away or whatever, like, when's the next time we're going to see them?
Probably he said it's not an Avengers movie, so their next event movie, I'm assuming, which is crazy to think. You know what? We're at that point now in the MCU where it is like the comics. We're like, oh, well, now we're introducing a multiverse, and then it's like, now we're not doing Avengers. Now it's going to be, and he never said this, but I think the implication is it's going to be like an event book. It's going to be, these are all building up to this big movie. This thing happens, but it's not the Avengers. It's totally different, even though it's the same exact formula.
And by the way,
which is fine, but I just think it's hilarious that they're mimicking the comics in a sense of like, we have event books and crossovers and.
By the way, I want to make sure people know this. If you didn't like the Eternals, you need to watch it a couple more times. I think we all.
I will not watch that movie again.
Are you serious?
Why would I waste 3 more hours of my life?
Well, thanks. I was gonna go ahead and I thought you were gonna join me in having that movie's back, but I guess we're just gonna be.
It's a fine movie, Tyler, but it's boring as fuck.
Oh.
It's a fine movie. I don't.
Fine
no,
movie.
but you gotta understand. You like Kirby and shit, and I never really read Kirby or cared about Kirby. So, I'm telling you, I think there is a big difference. I think people that have read Kirby's Eternals,
just borrow my stuff.
I don't. But that's the thing. I don't. There's nothing. It's grabbing me towards the Eternals.
You do know that every single artist that you read today was influenced by Kirby.
Yes, and I'm not. And he made the fucking New Gods and all this. And I'm not taking away from what Kirby did.
I'm saying I
just think a lot of that stuff doesn't really hit with me.
I used to feel the same way you did. Okay, I didn't read any of that shit except for reprints when I was a little kid.
Yeah,
nobody had those issues. But as I've gotten older, I'll go and grab a Golden Age, whatever. Now that's different. That's not quite Kirby, and if it is, it's his very early stuff, and he's not doing any of the Fantastic Four type stuff. But I like to go look back at that stuff and see how that stuff influenced what I read today. And like Eric Larson, Savage Dragon. Dude, he, at some point in the last 20 years...
those books.
I know, but dude, I got to give him credit because at some point in the last 20 years, he said, fuck it. I am going to make a Kirby book. And he draws. Oh my God, yeah. If you see any of the most recent issues of Savage Dragon, like the last 10 years, man, he's really leaned into that whole dynamic of the big fists and the just the over the top shit.
You know what I always think of when I think of Savage Dragon? I think of the Max for some reason.
Yeah, well, they were both Image.
So they both came out around the same time.
Max actually had a cartoon.
on
MTV.
Liquid Television.
It was really great.
Dude, I don't even know. We'd have to.
We used to get really high and watch it.
Yeah, that's just perfect over that.
Yeah,
I would love to read that book, cover that book on the show because it's weird.
Interesting. It's weird. Yeah, it's fucking weird.
Just the little bits that I know from the cartoon and shit like that. But we'll see what happens in terms of the MCU. I don't. It's okay to like the Eternals, but I just think you like it more because you have an attachment to those characters that I don't have. I just don't.
I hate you so much.
And I really don't give a fuck about Celestials.
I fucking know.
Because Celestials are stupid.
What?
You're going to tell me that we're going to destroy Earth,
You're
but then we're going to make a whole new solar system.
You're stupid. No.
Take out this whole solar system to make thousands of other ones.
No.
Bullshit.
You're stupid.
They're stupid.
Yeah.
And, I'm going to throw up. Thanks, Jason Aaron. I'm going to throw up, and that creates all life on Earth. What? You know what that deserves? You know what that deserves?
What?
I'm just kidding.
I think Jason Aaron rules for making that. You're awesome.
I actually do want to read that Avengers run when he ends it.
I have it.
It's still going on.
I have a couple of the books. I can let you borrow them. They're great.
Nice.
There's one part where Loki takes Captain America down under the under Antarctica and shows him the original celestial body. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, and then they make a base in it, right? Something like that, right?
Yeah,
Well, I know most of it.
you don't have to say it so dismissively.
No, I'm sorry.
They make a fucking base out of it, right? What the fuck
what
ever.
What kind of made me lose interest was the fucking Avengers BC shit.
Oh, the 1 million BC? Why?
Because
That's cool as hell. That like the Ghost Rider and the Phoenix Force.
I'm gonna
and the
ride
Star-
a fucking mammoth in this story. That is pretty cool.
That's cool that they're all primordial forces that have been on Earth since forever. Like the Black Panther totem, the Iron Fist totem, the Phoenix Force, Odin as Thor. By the way, did you know that Odin and Phoenix are the actual biological parents of Thor?
No, it is Fig, and it'll always be Fig.
Frigga.
Frigga.
No, it's not. Frigga was never the biological mother of Thor.
Well, she is of.
Always her.
She's the
always his
fucking. She's
stepmom.
the mother of Balder,
I don't
who
know.
is the god that
Might-
doesn't
that might
feel
be.
pain in Norse mythology.
No, it's not true. He's the god who Okay. Balder's invincible, okay?
Yeah.
And the reason why...
You know this is mythology. You could just change it if you wanted to, right?
Yeah, but the original mythology is so much cooler than that. So his mom...
we're not going in... Well, I mean, we got to move on.
You seem like you're interested in your phone, so I was going to do this while you were looking at your phone.
I was pulling up the other stuff we were going to talk about today.
Okay, fine. Right.
No, finish your story.
So there's a whole...
Well, hold on. It's a segment now. North mythology with Tyler.
North.
There's
It's
North mythology.
North mythology. There's a curse put on Balder when he's born. And
Yes.
so his mom goes to every living thing, and that includes plants and everything, and makes every living thing promise that they will never harm Balder. The only thing that says no is mistletoe.
Yeah.
Loki knows this. So he makes an arrow out of mistletoe.
Yeah.
And the gods are all having fun
Go on.
trying to kill Balder with everything because nothing will hurt him because they know that Frigga, did all that stuff with all the living things,
Yeah.
right? So it's actually kind of cruel what they're doing to Balder.
That's the... Okay.
Yeah, they're just having fun at a party.
I'm stepping in here because I know...
He's got a blind brother.
You would love the...
and he's mad because he's not participating in the whole thing.
I'm sorry. If they've played God of War, the new one, they would know what you're talking about because this is pretty much the same thing. That game follows the story of...
So they give the mistletoe arrow to him,
Yeah.
and he ends up killing his own brother.
In the story, you play as Kratos. You were in the first 3 games. You're a Greek god. You kill all the Greek gods.
Okay.
In this game, it's much years later. Now you're in the Norse mythology, and they find out. They know who you are. Balder does. Shows up to your Odin sent him. Shows up to your house. You have this big superhero style fight. You're beating each other up, and he goes, "I want you to know, I can't feel any of this." So, in their mythology, shut up. It's mythology. You read fucking comic books that constantly change mythology.
Just hang on. I'm just saying that Balder is the Norse god who doesn't feel pain is not accurate.
Who cares?
I do. I'm Norwegian.
Oh my gosh. You do know it's not real, right? Your religion is shit. Your people are shit.
Wow.
That's not at all what I'm saying.
Va mer du. That's Norwegian for go fuck yourself.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I don't know my heritage, so
Here,
fuck you.
This is Norwegian flipping off. Oh yeah.
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 Sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to tell you. I didn't mean to
just
tell
calm
I felt
down.
I felt bad for telling you to shut up.
You didn't tell me to
This is rude.
You told me to shut up in your
Shut up. Like
Yeah. No, I
don't even know how we got on
Here's
this
the
topic.
thing.
to be
If
honest
you're
with you.
listening to the show and it sounds like we're mad at each other, we're not.
We're
It's just-
aggressively agreeing.
Well, no, one of us is like trying to get through something, and we're both so similar that
You're
we're
ready
like,
to
"Ooh, I got
interrupt-
something to talk about that."
I'm ready to interrupt you with my...
just like he's doing right
Yeah,
fucking
exactly.
now.
Exactly. That's the show.
You fucking ass.
I was trying to help you with your point by interrupting you.
But yeah,
I was
that's
trying to mansplain it to you.
that's the dynamic.
No, but
Mansplain.
in
I'm gonna mansplain
in that story,
podcasting.
in that game, they don't. I don't think she does. I think it's just a curse that was put on him because
it's like
of
a prophecy
something
or
that
something.
she did or something.
Yeah.
And yeah, in that story, you're with your boy Atreus the whole time, and then you find out at the end of the game his name is Loki, and your son is the one who shoots the arrow into Balder to lift his curse so you can kill him. And he wants to kill his mom. Balder's trying to choke his mom to death because she took away his feeling, right? And then Kratos grabs him and goes, "The cycle ends now," and snaps his neck.
When I was a
Can't
little
wait for
kid,
Ragnarok. It's gonna be awesome.
Balder was spelled Balder in the Thor comics.
It's you are, by the way, I've seen it.
Most of the original Norse mythology is you are.
And that's
But in Marvel, in Marvel Comics, it's ER. And I always thought that was really funny. When I first read comics where he was introduced, I'm like, Balder.
here's how I'm going to segue this, because this is how I'm a real host right here.
Just didn't make
You
sense.
might be talking about Mjolnir the Hammer. I'm talking about Mjolnir armor of Master Chief in Halo, everybody. How good of a segue was that?
That was a great segue.
Thanks. Thanks,
yeah.
Dad. I don't know why I say that every time.
Just the Halo thing.
Yeah. No, I want to talk about this.
Let's
because,
do this.
I think it's an interesting topic. So, as you know, I'm the gamer of the two of us. I like Halo a lot.
Mhm.
And I'm actually really excited for the show. But the show's already kind of had some roadblocks.
Yeah.
One, I think it looks great. And then I found out the reason it looks great, because I think it says there was 8 episodes. So this show cost $80 million. It was $10 million an episode to film this show, which explain. And there's a really good.
Where the fuck did they get the money? I mean,
well, it's Paramount.
I guess.
It's
Jesus,
dude. It's fucking Paramount and Microsoft, the two of the bigger companies in the world. They're not going to find the money for that. Come on,
10 million. Jesus Christ.
That's also why they went to Viacom, because they're like Paramount and Viacom, because they're like, the only way we could film this is if you throw all this money at it. But yeah, there's a really good Variety article that I pulled these quotes from, that talks about this, because Halo, they've been trying to make an adaptation of Halo since 2005.
Probably since it came out.
They had Peter Jackson involved. They've had Neil Blomkamp, District 9, Chappie. They had him involved. Spielberg's involved. He's been involved for quite some time trying to get this going. So, but yeah, this has been in development since 2005, which is not uncommon, because we just a couple weeks ago, Netflix announced that they're doing a BioShock adaptation, and that's another. No, Jesus, why?
No, I'm saying we were talking about this off the air about how the glut of video game adaptations.
Well, but that's what I mean. But BioShock is another property that's been in development forever.
I've heard of that too.
Since the game came out in 2007. So like, this has been a long trip to get to where we are, and I think it only makes sense that Halo comes out next. It comes out next week. It makes sense that it happens now, because we live in the era that we do of all these streaming services and all these properties. And you're right. And it could be Castlevania's success on Netflix. It could be Sonic winning big at the box office when it came out. But yeah, there seems to be another wave of video game movies. And this show has already had some issues because, again, while it looks great, we find out that it's not canon, so it's in its own timeline. It's not the game's timeline.
So why do you need to call it Halo?
Because it's still Halo,
I guess.
but it's their version of Halo.
Sure.
Why not? As long as it gets us.
It's still Tyler. It's just our version of Tyler.
Well, I think that they're trying to adapt it because you can't tell the game's story.
It is very hard to tell. Whoa.
Something fell. But it's
Yeah, what was that noise?
It was the mouse. It fell off.
No, but it's true. You can't really adapt
Some things
especially
just won't
open
work.
world video games. I mean, how do you adapt that?
Yeah.
You know?
And also, I like it because I understand where you're coming from, where a lot of people would be like, well, what's the point if you're going to make your own canon and you're not going to follow those? But I think for me, I'm, again, someone who's easier to please in terms of properties where I don't mind adaptation. So I don't mind that they're gonna okay, we're gonna do this differently, because if I wanted that, then I'd just play the game.
Well, you're the exact same. What you're saying is the exact same thing I say about Daredevil with Ben Affleck and Green Lantern with Ryan Reynolds.
It's just something different. It's a different approach.
They're shit.
Yeah.
But it was cool because I'm they adapted properties that I care about.
Yeah.
And the thing is, kind of going along with those lines, that TV show, Lethal Weapon, that was on for like 2 seasons or whatever. Honestly, I would have been a lot better. I liked the show. It was a good show. It was a good storyline, good acting, whatever. But
just watch the movie.
But no, why couldn't they just make it something original? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think somebody was like, "Hey, this is a great story about a white cop and a black cop," and somebody was like, "That's Lethal Weapon," and they're like, "Yep, Lethal Weapon," and then that was it.
Yeah.
So whatever it was originally called. So I get what you're saying. I totally get it.
So and that's why I'm interested in how they're going to do The Last of Us on HBO, another video game adaptation.
Come on.
What? Then don't watch it.
I'm not gonna.
I'm worried about that because
look at me. I'm not gonna.
But that game is so cinematic that, and they said they're going to be very close to it. I was like, well, then I'll just play the game, or I'll watch, or I'll go on YouTube and watch the dudes.
Right, if you're gonna adapt the game faithfully, why
bother?
Yeah.
Well, and that's what I mean. I'd go on YouTube, and there's tons of YouTube channels that have the cutscenes all edited together to look like one cohesive thing. Might as well just watch that or play the game. So another reason they're in hot water this past week, the showrunners said this about the show, quote, "We didn't look at the game. We didn't talk about the game. We talked about the characters and the world, so I never felt limited by it being a game." And then a reason why Halo is on Paramount Plus, quoted from the Tanya Giles, Chief Programming Officer at Paramount Plus, she said, "Halo is a swing for a broad audience. My hope is this expands what the Paramount Plus brand can mean." 2 things. 1, that's fine.
But don't say it out loud.
Don't say it out. Say
idiot.
that when they talk about the game, don't say that we didn't. Because I know what he's trying to say. I do. He's trying to say that we wanted to tell a story, but focus on the characters and not feel limited. Because it's the same. Look. Say what you will about Uncharted. It's not a good movie. I've seen it. It's whatever.
Actually.
But
that's what they were doing.
The director of that movie said that we didn't want to retread the things from the game. We wanted to keep it in the game, but we wanted to do something that they hadn't done before. Okay, fine. Then don't make it about that.
Then
don't make it Uncharted.
Yes.
So, but what I think what they're trying to do with this Halo is we're going to do a little bit different approach. We're going to do an approach with a Master Chief that isn't so by the numbers, and he's still driven, but there's going to be more emotion. There's going to be more humanity to John 117 than there has been in the games, and I think that's fine. And I think that they're going to do, but you cannot say that out loud. You can say we didn't. I think a better way to say that would be, we appreciated what they did in the games and the stories they could tell in the games, but we wanted to focus on the characters more that they didn't necessarily deliver in the game. Something like that. Mm-hmm. But it also doesn't help that you had the guy.
We didn't want to just straight up adapt the game. We wanted to take the game as inspiration and adapt a story that it was inspired by the game. That's how you say that.
Yes.
You idiot.
And
hey,
but based on what I've seen,
are a lot of people pissed off about her saying that?
What?
Are a lot of fans of Halo pissed off that she said that? That they didn't look at the game? I'm guessing that they are.
Yeah, they're very mad.
Wow.
It's a heat, by the way.
I'm going to go buy some. I thought you said her name was Tanya.
Well, that was the Paramount Plus executive.
Oh, well, whatever.
I put her quote in there to be like, this is a swing for a broad audience, where it's like, okay, fine, but maybe either accept one of these things could be true, or both of these things could be true. And the thing is, not everybody that plays Halo gives a shit about TV, and not everybody that watches TV will give a fuck about Halo. I think that Master Chief is a character that is iconic because he's so ingrained in pop culture now. just his armor is in particular. Like, you see that, you know what that is, right? But why bother making it for a broad audience when there's so many people that play video games out there that would watch this because they're like, I love Halo. I'll be honest, I don't really care that much about lore. When I play Halo, I play it for Team Deathmatch and Slayer or whatever, you know.
And I don't play it at all.
I play it with my friends. I don't play it for the lore. And so I'm a little bit different than other people. And there's people that read the books and the comics and shit, and I'm glad you do that.
There's comics?
Oh, yeah. Halo's a multimedia property.
Oh, fuck's sake.
But what?
I just had a yawn.
Oh, I thought you were mad that they have comics. I'm like, are you mad about Star Wars comics? No, but to put a bow on this, I think that people are right to be upset about that because that is a horribly phrased thing. And I thought it was taking him out of context. I looked at it isn't. It isn't. So I just think, maybe have some better PR. And
maybe don't let him talk anymore.
But he does say that he consulted with writers from 343, so they helped with the show. So, and it still feels like Halo. So if it still feels like Halo and we have some...
Knock yourself out, then.
It's awesome. I'm cool with it. It doesn't have to be a 1-to-1.
Yeah.
Mostly because I don't really remember that much about the story of Halo anyway. But regardless, I'm excited to watch Halo when it comes out.
You're excited. Feel these nipples.
Exactly. If you are a Xbox Game Pass Ultimate member, you can get Paramount Plus free for 30 days to watch the show. So there you go.
That's pretty neat.
I don't need to do that.
And Paramount Plus actually is not that pricey. And there's a shitload of stuff on Paramount Plus.
To wrap things up, what the fuck's going on with Netflix?
I don't know. I haven't had Netflix in a long time.
First, they're charging more.
Yeah.
Now they're cracking down on passwords.
Yep.
And it's like, hey, buddy, hey, Netflix. It's a very crowded space now. You're not the only ones anymore. Because now people can go to Disney Plus, Hulu, fucking HBO, Paramount, Peacock.
Can I just say this real quick to all of you,
What are you
paid
fucking
streaming
doing?
subscription services right now? Let me just say this to you because I need you to know this. There's about 3 to 6 free channels on
Fucking
any smart
Tubi
TV.
and Pluto,
Roku, Pluto, Tubi, Crackle.
Yeah.
Easily. If I didn't have any paid subscription services on my smart TV, I would still have plenty of content to go through. I just want you to know that before you start making all these plans. Okay, guys?
There's a reason people cut the cord. Yeah. And you're fucking doing it.
Yeah, and you're doing it again. You're
doing it again.
Yeah.
I made a joke. I've made this joke a couple times, and I made it at work. And I'm like, hey, I got an idea. Let's bundle all the streaming services together and call it cable.
No shit. Well, okay, so here's my thing. Like, I want, I need, here's the ones that I need. I need Disney Plus and HBO Max. I need those two. So that's what? If you do,
yeah.
I think that's $20 a month.
For the pod, I will always have HBO Max and Disney Plus for sure.
But that's $20 a month right there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so $20 a month. We also got to factor in internet.
Well, no, HBO Max is $15.
Okay, so 25.
That's that's also a stupid thing.
Oh my God, I'm trying to get
but if you want to go,
let me get out my terms of service.
No, what I was saying is if you want to get like the cheapest, there's like a $10 one,
right?
That has ads.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, okay, so like let's say $20 for those two.
Yeah, say you get the $10 package.
Now I don't need Netflix. I'd like to have it because there's some stuff coming out that I want to watch on it, but I don't need it.
Netflix is really starting to piss me off.
Hulu is the same way.
Yeah, fucking Hulu.
I can get almost everything I need off of Hulu. I do want to watch on Paramount Plus or somewhere else.
I do want to watch Pam and Tommy though.
Yeah, so
that's on Hulu.
So let's say honestly, it's probably like $50 a month. You know, if you're talking about the ones that you want every month, and that's about the same as cable.
Even if you do like what I was saying, because my 3 that I have to have for me was, well, I guess now it's probably 4, but nah, because back for a while I would say that I would say Netflix, Hulu, and HBO Max. Those are like the 3. Now it's kind of changed to HBO Max, Disney Plus, and then. Yeah, I'm with you. I could go either way. I don't really need to see.
I would rather have Hulu than Netflix.
But the thing, and that's the thing,
because there's more shit on Hulu.
Hulu doesn't have it has some good original movies, but it doesn't have a lot of like original series
Not really.
that I really
No.
And Netflix
Does.
has some, but I mean, I really want to. I'm waiting for it to end because I want to just sit through and watch all of Ozark. But
yeah.
so there's a few but yeah, man. Honestly, I've gotten to the point where I don't need Peacock. Even if there's a really good show on it, be like it's on Peacock. I'm like, cool. Don't need to because
Yeah, Peacock isn't necessary. It's,
look. I know that we do a podcast that focuses around like pop culture and movies and TV and comics, all that shit. But honestly, we need to bring back this idea that, hey, you don't need to watch everything because it's impossible to watch all this shit. And I've kind of gotten to the point where I can say no. Like, oh, that's a really good show. What's it on? Peacock. I'm not paying for that. What's a really good show? What's it on? Paramount Plus. Well, you know what? My mother-in-law and father-in-law pay for that, so I'll watch it.
Here's the thing, too, though. Here's the thing.
But not with Netflix. They're going to crack down.
Paramount Plus and Peacock, you can get those and watch content on
For
there
free, yeah.
without paying shit. Now, there are different levels. We did have the Paramount Plus, which I still use, that has like the highest level, so there's no ads, which is great. But the Peacock has ads. The only reason I started paying for it was because they had like 10 seasons of the original Law and Order that I can't find anywhere else. So that's why I started paying for it. Yeah, I wasn't allowed to watch that content unless I paid.
Tyler, let's wrap it up this week.
Let's do it.
We're going to wrap it up with Tyler's long bag.
Box.
All right. So, Tyler,
I was doing something there.
you were talking about the Golden Age earlier. So you told me you went and got a cheap like Marvel Masterworks
like
Golden
timely
Age
comics,
collection.
like timely comics, you know, like Marvel Comics #1, not like the Marvel
Which just
Comics.
sold, by the way, Marvel Comics #1 sold for $2.4 million.
Yeah. You know, I will say this about those really old comic books. I'd like to hold one in my hand at some point before I die to feel like what it was like, what the material was like.
Versus the
Because
glossier stuff
I know
now.
the 60s and the 70s and 80s newsprint stuff, and I know the modern day stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're like glossy type
I'd
now.
like to feel like, yeah. But man, those books were bad. The art is shit. The racism is rampant.
Yeah, the art is really sloppy. You
it's
showed me a couple
bad.
of panels, and there's no like defining lines
No.
at some points.
Well, a lot of
and I'm not
those-
an artist by any means, but I'm just saying.
A lot of those back in the day were just like
copy and paste.
kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. There wasn't a lot of like big names or anything. Like, hey, this guy wrote this and this guy drew this. Like now it is, but back then it was like, I don't care. I just want to see a dude on fire flying through the air, man.
Fighting
And that's
these
what you
weird
gave
looking zombies that just look like mud people.
And think about how right? Yeah, by the way,
They look like just like-
not so subtly do they look
yeah.
ethnic. if
Also,
you know
why
what I
does
mean.
Submariner have an island? He's
And he uses an aerial submarine.
why does he have Hispanic servants?
Right.
Like what?
It's just bizarre.
Pedro.
He wears a lot of clothes in the book too, which is just like,
Submariner?
what? Yeah,
Just wear Speedo, man. That's what you.
yeah. Well, they didn't have his nobody really had a costume except for
I will say this. I think DC has the better character. I like Aquaman's design more than I like Submariner's design. Just saying.
But the point is that it's interesting to me. Like Captain America 600, I think it was. They included a 2-part story from. I think it was the original. It might have been the original Red Skull story from like the 40s. But the art style, it's Kirby and some other guys inking him, and he hasn't quite hit his cinematic style yet. So it's very early Kirby stuff. You can't really tell it's Kirby except for certain areas. And you're reading it, and you get kind of immersed in it. What's another way to describe it? Do you remember watching Avatar?
Yeah.
And how like a lot of the scenes where it's all blue people.
Mm-hmm.
And you see no humans, but it's like not cartoons. Did you, like me, when you got done watching that movie, you were like, it's really weird because I expect to see blue people everywhere? I'm the same way when I read like comic books. If I read a comic book that's good enough and that's enthralling enough for me, I go into that world. And
Yeah.
like that style of art coming at me for like 20, 40 pages and then finishing it and then just looking around my room, I just felt weird. And so I really enjoy reading some of those old style comics just to see how different they were, but also how bad they were.
Yeah,
They're really bad.
well, then the clearly black character saying Lodi.
Lodi, it's the Submariner. And it's like,
Jesus.
oh my God.
Not even trying to hide your racism.
No, not even. It's in fact on full display.
Yeah.
And here we have my shelf of bad things. There's my misogyny, there's my bigotry, and there's my racism. Now let's go into the kitchen.
It's like we were talking about this, reminding me of Avengers 200, where a character...
we talked about this off the air.
Okay, well, it was Immortus' son was stuck in the, in between time and space, and to get out of it...
And he was horny.
And to get out of it, he decides to
frisky.
birth himself by fucking Carol Danvers, but not raping her, because he went through time and space to make songs and stuff to woo her. But even though he definitely raped her,
but isn't it his mom too?
Yeah, she gives birth to him, and it's like, what do you? And that was that was Michelini.
Oh, that guy's a fucking.
No, that's not true. He wrote some really good stories.
Yeah, he did.
But that
Armor Wars was his.
That was so bad that they had other writers say that they were part of it, just to be like McEnany is like,
I don't know how to say his name.
I think it's McEnany.
It's
McElhinney? I think it's McElhinney. I could be wrong.
I used to say Michelini.
Anyway, I think he was like, no, you fuckers are putting your names on this too, because...
Hey, the editor told me, Shooter told me to, you know what? It was Jim Shooter who came up with that fucking storyline.
Yeah,
you know it was.
In that comic,
that creep.
They fight a group of Native Americans at one point, and they just and Beast is throwing slurs, because Beast is the Joker in this point in comics. I don't know.
Avengers ruined Beast. He was cool in the X-Men, and then
they
he
made
joined...
him fucking jokey McJoker lame ass. And I was like,
honestly,
why?
when I first was introduced to the Beast, he was already blue and hairy. I didn't even know that there was a point in the comic books where he wasn't.
Yeah. He just had big feet.
But I didn't understand his powers,
And that he keeps evolving?
or the fact that he was super smart, cuz they didn't write him like that.
Yeah.
They made him super athletic.
And then later in the 2000s,
They ruined
They made
Hank
him
McCoy.
look. They made him look more like a cat.
Which I was actually with the Grant Morrison run. I was cool with that.
No, I like it because it's he's saying he's constantly evolving.
Yeah.
He's constantly changing.
And Dark Beast is one of the coolest villains.
But anyway, yeah.
Anyway,
Just I totally get what you mean. Where they just fling their slurs and it's it's not okay. But I know it was a different time.
Let's
but
not
it's
even get
okay.
started on the boy war on the ward. On the superhero ward who becomes the sidekick.
We should do
after his
we
parents
should do an
die.
episode talking about Sins Past, Spider-Man Sins Past, because I fucking hate that storyline. Because it's was that JMS? Was it J.
Yeah.
Michael Straczynski?
Yeah,
That fucker.
what the one where Norman fucks Gwen?
Yeah.
Thanks for and I hate
Well,
this.
no, and then you see his O face, and his O face looks like Goblin. Who would fuck that? Now, if it's Willem Dafoe, I'd fuck him. But that
He's got a big old dick.
we've talked about this too many times on this show.
I just want to see it.
See if you'll be on the show, Minx, and then
Hey man, you wanna
hang dong?
look? Here's the thing. I gotta say this out loud, and it's true.
$1 million, bitch.
There's
That's not the one that I wanted
No.
to pick, but it works. I want to say this loud and clear. Fucky.
no, but to be honest, when you're getting together with somebody, for the first time and you just met and stuff, as you continue your relationship, you start to find out different things about their past and different people in their past and everything.
Not that they fucked the green
Now,
guy.
hang on. Now, at no point, I understand if you get kind of like, oh, my fiance or my girlfriend, that guy's such a, I get that, right?
Yeah.
But really what it comes down to is all that past shit shouldn't make any difference because you didn't know each other probably.
Mm-hmm.
So, just understand that that's part of their past and part of the person you love. Having said that, if I was ever with a woman and I found out that she was with Norman Osborn at some point, she was off like a prom dress.
Especially if you're Peter Parker.
I don't care if she didn't even catch anything from him. The fact that she thought he was sexy.
Oh, the worst part is
Gross.
when you find out that he impregnated her.
So let's
With
just
his
be clear. It's
goblin.
not okay to say that anybody having sex with another
you know what you
person
would say
makes
to-
them unsexy.
You know what you'd say to Gwen?
unless it's Norman Osborn.
You know what you'd say to Gwen?
What?
Godspeed, Spider-Man.
Get out of there.
Get out of there!
And you s-
Wait. What was Norman Osborn saying? Do me going yes. Yes.
Nice.
Nice. What?
Not even.
How long is
Let's
it?
wrap this up. It's been an hour and a half.
Oh, that's just the first episode.
Oh, God. Thanks so much for listening to this shit show.
What?
What?
And that's it.